Well, it's an incredible win for our program. Our backs were against the wall. We don't play much without Maurice Watson. We haven't all year, and you hope it doesn't happen. It happened today, and I'm blessed with a fifth-year senior in Isaiah Zierden on the bench, a fourth-year junior, Toby Hegner, Zach Hansen when we get him back, a fourth-year senior, Ronnie Harrell, a third-year sophomore. Guys that have played different roles during their careers in our program and now are being asked to play a role off the bench. And their contribution today, their preparedness, was the reason we won the game. This isn't about statistics. This was a culture win for us. I mean, guys doing what they're supposed to do and being ready when their number's called. And to come in here to Xavier at a place where they don't lose much and to hold them below 1 point per possession, that was our only chance to win. We weren't winning a shootout once Maurice went down. We were going to have to win with defense and do as good a job rebounding as we possibly can under the circumstances. And I've never been more proud of a team. It was a heck of a win for us.
Question. Do you have an update on Maurice?
Until we get an MRI, not sure. I don't think there's any ligament damage. I think our trainer and Xavier's doctor that looked at him seems to think the ligaments are solid. Whether there's any meniscus issues, we won't know till we get back. But he probably needs to move in our trainer's basement here for a few days and see if we can't get him back as quick as possible. Part of it was Maurice. Maurice stayed when he got back in the bench. He was into the game. He was talking to guys on the bench, talking to them coming off the floor and in timeouts. And, because he's not over there sulking, he made sure nobody else was. And obviously we had to throw away our game plan and really start over at the 9-minute mark. As I said, we couldn't play with the pace that we want to play with usually and expect to be standing at the end. So we grounded out a little bit more, took a little bit longer on possessions, and that's something we never do. But we have enough experience in our program that we're able to pull it off. And, Justin Patton didn't have a great day, but he gets 2 huge tip-ins. Cole Huff gets a big rebound, makes some free throws, and just really proud of the group. Yeah, we were trying to set up a ball screen and try to slip out of it and create some space to drive it, and Marcus got in between it, and he's so strong and powerful, and then Justin makes a big play. But we had some big plays. Toby hits a huge 3 when they get all the momentum back, and that was able to keep us afloat a little bit longer. It was a matter of trying to hang in there until the clock ran out and hope you had enough points.
Coach, you guys scored 17 points off of their 17 turnovers today. How much was that part of your game plan, scoring points off turnovers, or was it a pleasant surprise for you to be able to do so well?
Excuse me, it's never a huge part of what we do. We're more of a bend but don't break defense. But Kyrie Thomas and Marcus Foster allow us to take a few more chances because of their athletic ability. And then, of course, Justin Patton's length around the rim, and he anticipates things really well. So we're able to force a few more than usual. I don't know how many charges we took. It seemed like there were a lot in the game on both sides. But we had some guys step up and do that, and that was probably 5 or 6 of the turnovers was the offensive fouls.
You mentioned being able to hold up your point per possession. What's the key to slowing the Xavier team down right now?
Well, I think Blewett is really important to what they do. And, I thought our guys did a good job on McCura. I don't know if Sumner's totally himself with the shoulder. He looked like it late there when he went to the basket. But, those 3 guys are their keys, and obviously they went at Patton inside with Gaston and O'Marin, and we knew that was going to happen, but it was a chance we had to take. We weren't going to attempt to try to leave their shooters stand too much. But, we made a few shots late. They missed a couple, and that's really what it came down to. And they missed free throws. Let's be honest. They make their free throws. It's probably a different game.
Take a couple more.
Was that part of the game plan a little bit, though, in terms of rotation, all the starters drawn, or is that just kind of jazz?
What's that now?
Your ability to draw charges.
They're going to attack us, especially without Maurice. And they got in the bonus pretty quick. We had 5 team fouls in, I think, 4 minutes the second half, which we never do. We're one of the best teams in the country in not fouling. So like any coach would do, Coach Mack they were going to put it on the ground. They were going to try to get to the rim, and at times we fouled them, and at times we rotated over and took the charge. So, our defense did a good enough job, and our rebounding was just good enough to survive and get out of here with a win.
How do you characterize with your group when you mentioned it's kind of a culture window? It's certainly not how you grow up, and just the ability to kind of change course and adapt and react.
Adjusting on the fly is difficult in the game of sport, and you spend some time in practice, but we don't spend much time at all without Maurice at the point or Davian at the point, and we just felt because of the way we had to play to win this game, Z was a better option than Davion because we didn't need to play with pace. We needed, and while guarding the ball was important, being in the right spot defensively, bumping some rolls on ball screen situations was more important than maybe a guy that's a little bit more athletic on the ball. So we decided to go with that, and fortunately it worked out. But we showed it a tremendous amount of character and toughness today, and you don't come in here and win without it.
Any last question? How does this game prepare you for the Big East tournament?
Well, every game in the Big East, I think, prepares you for the Big East tournament. You have to win games a lot of different ways. We've won some where the score's been in the 80s, and today we won one that was essentially in the 60s. We hope we don't have to play with Maurice Watson for very long, but having the confidence coming out of a win here is huge for our team moving forward to prove that we can beat one of the top 20 teams in the country on their floor with our All-American point guard on the shelf. So I think it'll give a lot of those bench guys a much-needed boost in the arm as we move forward to we got 12 games left in league play.